And how does it feel to finally have this night here? We're so close to the show actually premiering.
It's just surreal. There's no other word for it. You know, me and Mike created this in our basements at home. He was in New Jersey, I was in Cleveland, hoping we'd be able to squeeze a few issues out before they cancel us. And then it was our first book that we did that actually took off, so that was a win. And then, you know, we were doing, you know, just this roller coaster of trying to get it on, and now here we are. So it went from just us alone in our basement to hundreds of people's livelihood. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and when any kind of adaptation, there's always the question of how close it actually is. And since obviously you two are involved with this, I think that automatically has a huge stamp of approval on it. But what can you say about the differences and similarities between the source material and the actual PlayStation series?
Well, the spirit and the point is there. It's exactly the same, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it is the comic.
But what we wanted to do is make sure that it told the story of Powers using the medium as best it could, just like on our best day we do for the comic. So you don't want a faithful adaptation. Those can get a little flat, you know, at best sometimes. But what we wanted was, you know, let the actors breathe their own life into the characters. Let the story take over, you know. And you know, I was in the writers' room with Charlie, and you know, all these choices are either choices I would have made if I got a do-over, or things that logically, that's what the characters were taking the story. And you know,
we wanted the same thing from the actors too. We didn't want walking clones or people who were in costumes of the comic. We wanted actors who can really truly become that without having to, you know, go backwards and say, does Walker stand like this, or how broad his shoulders are, or whatever. You know, we wanted the actors to truly become the characters.
And here's the other cool thing, like diehard fans of the books, which we've been hearing from, and I love them to death, but I'm excited. They don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You don't know, you know, and you know, I get a little taste of this, you know, I work at Marvel and I consult on the movies, and there's something fun about defying expectation. Like, oh, you think that's how this guy became that? No, you don't know. And I mean, even from the first storyline, our first storyline in the Powers comics is Who Killed Retro Girl. She's right over there. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. So before I let you guys go, without spoiling too much, which character arc that deviated enough from the comics that surprised you the most in season 1? Without going into spoilers.
For me, it would be Retro Girl because of obvious reasons.
Yeah, she's still alive. That's a good one.
Nothing deviated so much that I went, wow, yeah, but I do like that we got to spend time with Retro Girl, and I find the scenes between Michelle and Sholto later in the season, we get to see them together, and I find them quite beautiful. I think they brought a lot out of each other as actors, and so that was a lovely like moment for me. Even in the dailies, you're like, this is lovely, and who would want that?